What is up, gamers? Here I have two Nintendo DS Lites. We will be morphing these guys into their own and then shell swapping it. So a customer bought a custom shell swap. However, at the moment, I don't have a perfect DS to just straight up shell swap. So this guy's top screen is good, but the bottom screen is pretty yellow. He has a broken hinge, so it's automatically a good candidate for a shell swap. And then this white DS here, at first glance, looks good, but the top screen has a lot of little baby dead pixels all over it. But the bottom screen is good. We will get the bottom screen swapped from this system along with this top screen, and then we'll be using this motherboard. And the L shoulder button of this motherboard is bad, so we will be fixing that. But otherwise, this board is fully functional, and the system works great. Now, the reason why I need to do it this way is because my customer requested to have a Nintendo black screen border. And we can see this one is in excellent condition. It's dirty, but other than that, once I clean it up, it'll be mint. So that's why I wanted to find a good top screen with this and then a matching bottom screen. So we will go ahead and first disassemble our systems here. This is going to be more of a laid back video, but I'll still cut out all the boring parts. So for the white system here, we don't need to fully disassemble it. We just need to get its bottom screen, so that'll be a lot quicker of a disassembly. And all of these shell parts I'll put onto the side. This is the battery that we will be using. And I'm going to remove all of these screws because I use them for reassembly of the eXtremeRate shell. Now this system that I'm going to be throwing together is quite a unique system. Most of my systems are a two-tone shell swap, so I combine two eXtremeRate shells into one. However, this one is going to be a three-tone shell swap. It's using two different eXtremeRate housing pieces and then special buttons to go along with. These buttons eXtremeRate doesn't sell onto the side, so I had to buy a third shell for this. We have company! Buggaroonskis. So gross, I hate that, dude. So this system, I'm fully disassembling, and then I'll get the top screen. So we'll take apart everything. So now this system, while we will be using the original Nintendo top LCD, I'm going to put on a new digitizer, because I do that with all of my systems. And this one we can see has some scratches, so we want a brand new look. But I will transfer over this black bottom border onto the eXtremeRate shell. Now, for this motherboard, look, there's another critter. For this motherboard, I'm going to be modding all three of the power LEDs, the green regular power, the red low power, and then the orange charging. So I'll be customizing all of those with some cool color schemes. I'm going to reuse the D-pad, but not the ABXY or the start and select. These I will use eXtremeRate's clear replacements because they are nice and clicky. For the longest time, I've used this, and this is totally fine to use, but I just still find that eXtremeRate's ABXY, after using it for a couple times, it has a nice, stiff, firm click to it. But the D-pad, the Nintendo D-pad is superior, far superior. It works so much better. Unless you're using eXtremeRate's D-pad for a regular DS. Like, if you just want to repair your own DS and not shell swap it with any eXtremeRate shell parts, then the clear eXtremeRate D-pad rubber is fantastic. This works amazing with Nintendo buttons on Nintendo systems, but not their own. It's a little weird. We got this apart, so now we can get our top screen free. So put this off to the side, and we can take this out. Our hinge, we'll be using a black hinge, and here is our LED diffuser. We'll be using that. So I'm not going to be using that white hinge because I want to use a black one. Take our top screen out. Now we can pull our Wi-Fi antenna cable out of here. And then the microphone cable. Cool. Now we can get the top screen ribbon cable out here. Curl it up. Push it through, just like that. So this has a broken hinge, so I will probably glue this and then use it to fix normal DS, because once glued, it'll look 100% normal. It'll have a small crack right there, but that'll be hard to see once assembled, so I'll probably fix that. But here's our top screen, and now we have our other DS for the bottom screen. Now, you may have noticed these two screens have a very, very, very slight yellow tint to them. So once I assemble the system, I will put the screens on max brightness and I'll fix them to be frozen on white screens, and I'll leave it like that for a few days. It'll probably only need a single day. I will include a photo of an update so you guys can see just how well it works to get rid of yellowing. If your screens are severely yellowed, it will only do so much. But if you leave it for a whole month, you just got to give it enough time and it'll eventually take care of the yellowing. So now we're getting this system's bottom LCD. Put all these shell pieces off to the side, and this motherboard works, so I'll put it in my good motherboard stash, which is actually very low right now. So I'll be able to use this motherboard to fix a DS in the future. And here is our bottom LCD. And then here's our motherboard. This one also has a defective L. Both of these systems had a bad L button, but that's a-okay. We'll get it cleaned up when the time comes. Before we do anything else, I'm going to repair and then mod the motherboard. Firstly, I'm going to clean these contacts. We can see they're quite dirty. They have grime built up on them, so we'll clean all of these off so that they work like new. Just like that, we'll clean them off, and bam. Now the L button. So this is R, this one right here is L, so flip it over, and we'll pry L open. Lift it up. Lift it up, and then we can take out the gray piece and the metal circular piece in there. And now, this one doesn't look too bad, but it's dirty, it's not working, so we scrape it, the inside of the button contact here, just a little bit, nothing too crazy, and then brush it out. And we'll blow it out as well. So now we got this piece here. It looks really dirty. It's yellowish and orangish, and you can see it's not clean. It should be a clean metal color. So to fix this, put it on a flat surface. The motherboard will work just fine. And then scrape this one off too. You want to be very gentle when you do this. Otherwise, too much pressure will take away the clickiness of this piece, because this is the button that provides the click. So once we've cleaned it enough, toothbrush just to wipe off any and all metal shavings, and then we'll give it a final blow, give that a final blow, and then we can pick it up and then use our magnetic free tweezers to drop it right in place there. Then we can get this gummy piece in. We can see it still clicks fabulously. So now we can close this metal flap. Make sure you pinch it shut just like it was before. And then bam, it's like nothing even happened. Our button clicks like new, and it'll work like new. So now we can modify it. So we want a pink regular power LED, a white low power LED, and then he wants the charging LED to be red. So we need pink and white, and then I will simply move the red over. This white LED just flung up and hit me in my eye. Now I don't know where it went. It's inside my eyeball. All right, it's gonna get a little noisy here, guys. Alexa, turn off solder station. Guys, viewers, my people watching my video. This took 20 minutes. That's the end result. It got a little hot, but we're done now. We went through 8 pink LEDs and 4 white ones and 2 red ones and an accidental orange one. I've had it up to here with this board. They all work. Watch, the red one is gonna flash when I plug it in. The red one works. Okay, now watch. I'm gonna put the battery up to the contact. The pink one works. And then when I remove the battery, the white one flashes. Bam! I struggled so much with my camera in my face and with everything. My hot air gun, it's like twice the size of this. And I have to get it up underneath my phone. And then I need the board right here. And there's not enough space between my camera and the board, so I have to finagle it all the way any which angle. But I upgraded my setup. This should be one of the last times that I struggle so badly to record me swapping the LEDs, but we're good. So let's move on, guys, okay? This is gonna be more of a laid back video. We're gonna forget about that for now. So now that I've filled my room with probably cyanide gas and burning everything so badly, we're gonna continue with assembly. And I'm going to install our bottom LCD replacement as soon as I can find my spudger, which I cannot. I cannot find my spudger. Good thing I have 20,001 of these, so I'm not even gonna worry about my own spudger right now. I'll just use one of these brand new ones. Open this up. There's some dirt dirt and dust in there, which I don't like. So we'll get this and we'll clean it all out. Also, I'm sorry, I have my AC running in the background. Before I film every video, I run my AC in the background to cool my room nice and off before I film a video so that I can turn it off and then stay cool for the rest of the video. But that did not happen here because I had my solder station running for probably a half hour there, and my room got quite hot and I'm sweating, so I need my AC on. Otherwise, I'll just be miserable. I'm not even kidding you. Dust never gives me this much trouble. Alright, by no means this is perfect, but none of the dust particles will show up when the screen is on, and they are all very, very, very small and hard to see anyway, so we'll peel that up and we will slap it right on as straight as we possibly can get it. Looking good to me. So now we can hook it up to our motherboard that is properly and professionally modded. Okay. All right, get that plugged in, get this plugged in, and now I can reveal the shell. The LED colors may have given you a hint, but probably not. So this is the shell, the 4 main shell pieces. We got transparent red on the inside and then black on the outside. I like to set these brand new pieces on top of the shell pieces. Dude, look at all of the LEDs. There's one LED, 2 LED, 3 LED, 4 LED, 5 LED, and I put that on top of another one, probably 2. There's 6, 7, 8, 9. I went through so many LEDs. They just kept on snapping. They just kept on snapping and breaking. But it's okay, because that's past us now. I need eXtremeRate stickers and accessories. So we got this bag, that bag, and we got this sticker, and we got this sticker. Alright, so first I'm going to take these out of here and use what I need to use, which are the battery door screw holder, which is a rectangular piece, and then the battery door screw. This one had an extra of each. Normally they come with 2 of each. This one came with 3 of each. That's huge. Alright, so I'm just going to get this in here right off the bat. And then to put it in, I put pressure on it so that it's straight and then shove it in. So now I can get these pieces, or stickers rather. One goes right on here, one goes on here, right here, and then the other 2. Skibbity toilet. Alright, now I'll take this foam piece and we'll place this where it goes on this piece around right there. That's good. And now we will put our stylus port in just like that, and our bottom LCD shield and other accessories. So here's our shield, our sticker for the shield, and then our piece for the hinge. Alright, so now we need 5 lime green colored screws, and then a black eXtremeRate screw. There we go. So now we can screw in our stylus port and our bottom screen LCD shield. Alright, now we can slap this sticker on. And now we got these special colored magenta-ish buttons. These come with the NES shell, the NTR, I don't know what it's called, but they come with a specific shell, and only that shell, so that's why I had to get another shell, but it's going to look really cool. This system is going to be really, really, really cool. So this is all ready for assembly, so we can just put that off to the side, and now we can shift our focus onto this piece. So we get this metal cylinder in, and we can plug our top screen in as it is. We will not be swapping the lens or anything. And I see there's a little bit of dirt around the perimeter, so I'll get that cleaned up just like this. Alright, now twirl up the LCD cable. Need to be really gentle. The last thing I want right now is for this to break. Can put it on in. Just like that. So now we get our mic and our Wi-Fi antenna cable, put them where they belong in these places here, and then properly route the cable. Same for this one right here. Okay, we needed the speaker ring from our other DS. So we'll put it down like that. Can fold our top LCD over. Make sure the lens is in its place. Make sure these are all clean. And get that in their place. That already has the ring attached, so we can just drop it right in place. Just like that, guys! Super simple. Unlike another part of this assembly. It got a little hot! Alright, so I'm going to clean off the LCD just to get off any fingerprints that I may have put on it. And now we can put our top plate on. Just like that. Now we can come in with this bottom piece. Put the cables on through it. This is random, but a cool idea I had for the channel down the line was a live stream repair. I could just repair DS's on a live stream. Like, it doesn't need to be a video. But I don't know when that would be. My internet could probably handle it, but I would just want to make sure first. So now we need a black hinge. So now we got a black hinge. So now we got to clean our black hinge. Get our black hinge in there. We got our hinge cover. Put it in the closed position, and now I use Nintendo's LED diffuser. When we compare it to eXtremeRate's, we can tell Nintendo's has much more of a frosted finish on the left here, and Lite shines through this one amazingly compared to this one. I will clean up Nintendo's and then put it in. 3 things eXtremeRate could work on with their shell. 1, the top screen border. They need to make it actual black. It's like a really dark green right now, and it's quite ugly. I'll be honest, it's quite ugly. That, they need to fix the issue with their L shoulder buttons sticking. We can trim it, and it's no problem, but they still all stick. And then 3, their LED diffuser. They need to make like Nintendo's and not glossy finish. But that's that. The hinge is now all assembled and should be tight. Perfect. So now we can go ahead and get these magenta buttons in. I better not lose one, because that would be sad. These buttons are basically worth $30 right now, because that's what I had to pay for the shell. This DS is going to be really, really, really cool. And then like I said earlier, I'll go ahead and put in an eXtremeRate ABXY pad in addition to the start and select, but I'll keep our Nintendo's D-pad rubber. Now we can come in with our motherboard and make sure the top screen flap is in the open position. Wait, I'm so silly, I forgot. We have to route the microphone cable, guys! There we go. Okay, now we can come in with our board. Get this top screen in here. So now I'm going to route this black Wi-Fi antenna cable underneath the cartridge port. Like black magic. You get used to it after a couple thousand DS's games. And then I'm going to put this Wi-Fi chip where it goes. We'll plug this cable into the Wi-Fi chip. And we'll clean our hand because that was really dirty. And we will put our battery up to the contact. And test. Dude, that looks awesome. Look at how well that matches the buttons, dude. And these screens, you can't even tell they're yellow. I mean, in person, especially. These buttons feel amazing. ABXY, start and select, D-pad feels awesome. Touchscreen works. Both speakers worked great. So this guy is fantastic. The bottom LCD is straight. So there's one thing that I see. The bottom LCD, the potentiometer needs to be adjusted because we can see there's horizontal lines. It flickers. I don't know if it's picking it up on camera very well, but in person it's very apparent. So we put the screwdriver on the bottom LCD potentiometer and we adjust it until it's good. Just a tiny adjustment and it's perfect. That's awesome. So now we can go in with assembly. Now the reason why I say eXtremeRate needs to fix their L button is it gets stuck. If I put it here, it gets stuck. I don't know why. Right now it seems to work, but it would probably be stuck. 9 times out of 10, L buttons on eXtremeRate shells get stuck and are useless. So I trim it along here. Now to do this, I'm just gonna put that there. Trim it along there. And now I sand it to get a clean finish because that's very rough. And we can see it's straight. It's a lot cleaner and it's totally smooth. We can blow it out. And then get our metal rods in place for the shoulder buttons. Get the spring on. R does not have this issue, so we can just put it in like normal. But then L, we want to get the spring in here. Put it in, and now it's going to be always spring-loaded, so we can bring our tape dispenser here. Hold that in place as best as it can, and then we can get our bottom plate on just like that. Pretty cool color combination, especially with that pink LED. That looks so cool. Now we can get these screws in. Get this battery door out of our way so we can get our third Phillips screw in right here. Now I'll pop a battery to the contacts and test. Nice, dude, this looks awesome. I love how the motherboard through the red shell looks black. Like red plus green makes black, so this looks the same as against the actual black shell, and it just looks amazing. Again, buttons work and feel amazing. While we get this loaded up, going to peel our bottom screen border and then apply it to our DS. That's awesome. Now let's get these 4 screws up in place. And then I'll go in with black rubber pads to cover the screws. We have all our rubber pads here. We can see it's in Japanese language, but we'll change that to English. There's that. Perfect. So now we can get these Y screws in. Cool, there's that. So now let's get our battery door on and get it screwed down tight with this screw here. Then we can get our eXtremeRate sticker on. Now, a couple things. I used a black Nintendo DS Lite original Nintendo stylus port. So this right here is an original Nintendo one. So styluses will go in super nice and easy. eXtremeRate's is a little tight, but that is super nice and easy, just like original Nintendo. The stylus seems like it got stuck right there because it's a brand new stylus, so that will wear down a little bit. But if the customer would like me to use eXtremeRate's red stylus port, which is this piece right here, then I absolutely will, so that it will look red through here, because right now it's black. And also, I'm going in with a black eXtremeRate GBA slot cover, but again, if they want me to use the red one, I will do the red one, and then I will include the transparent red stylus as well. Then we got a black stylus for here, and for the bottom of the system, we got transparent red. Clean it off. And here is the system. Brand new condition. It looks absolutely amazing. We got these pink button accents on the outside and then on the inside as well. Can't forget to clean the tap screen. Bam bam. Mint condition. We got our pink LED there. And this is already on max brightness. My room is very, very, very bright. That's minimum. So I will leave it on max brightness. We can see there's a very slight twinge of yellow towards the tops of the screens there. So I'll let it rest on max brightness. White screens for a day, but I'll send photos of his DS to him now and see if he likes it. Hopefully he likes the LEDs. So we got pink as our main LED, red for charging. We can see it looks red. And then let's test our low power. Yeah, there it is. So that's our white low power. So when it goes to low power, it'll be white, and we can see our low power light is flashing. So that's cool. Works awesome. So yeah, I'll let this DS sit on white screens for a day or so and get rid of all of that yellowing, and then ship this system off to its new owner. With this one, I'm including the opposite rubber pads of the ones that I used. So I'll be including black bottom red rubber pads, and I'll be including red inner rubber pads. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you really enjoyed this video. If you did, please give a thumbs up for my struggles for soldering that on. I don't know how I struggled so badly, but I did. Thanks again so much for watching, guys. Subscribe for more content. I have really cool shell swaps on the way and some really cool content coming. So I hope you guys have a great rest of your day, and I will see you all in the next video.